Welcome to the Breakfast Club. Holy smokes, I was just sitting here doing some trades and stuff and totally forgot that I was supposed to do a show this morning. That's how much you stay focused, my friends. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm Darren Hancock, and here we are on the 26th. Nope, the 20, I keep saying the 26th, but it's the 23rd of September. Look at this is what happens to your mind, you guys. The 23rd of January 2026. Yeah, thanks, Paulette, for reminding me of that. I was on the Telegram channel there, just kind of sharing some trades. And anyway, it's been a good last 24 hours. We're up to 333 now. So far so good. We'll see if we can get to $1 million this year. That's the goal, just on a demo, just to get it to $1 million, but just trade it less than 10 lots. Okay. Where are we at? So what we're looking for with this little discussion we were having, Kevin and I were having a discussion here on the Telegram channel there, is this SIBI. Now we've broken this new low. See how we've broken this new SIBI right here? I wanted to see that run down, take out these lows, and then start setting it higher for ES especially. See how we've closed below here now? That takes off a desire for me to go bullish until we close back above this level on the hourly. Otherwise, I'm bearish now for these lows. And then we'll see what kind of reaction you get here on the news event. Because if we close below here in the next hour, look for a deeper run down into this range. So we'll have a market structure shift here. And then if we take this SIBI out here on the downside, like a full at the next hour till 10 o'clock. If 10 o'clock closes below here, look for a retest and then say goodbye. She's going lower. So the eye right now is sitting on that little tiny SIBI right there, and these two equal lows to see if I want to see it pop below them and then start getting back through this SIBI here. And you've got to get the bull trap, obviously, before I'm considering going long on that. But some of you might get in earlier than that. So that's where I'm looking at for ES right now. And we're just about to take those lows right now. There you go. That's the pop through. That's the bottom of that. So now I want to see this give us a snap off of here. We've got till 9 o'clock now to see this reversal. Or sorry, 9:30 to see a reversal here now. So I want to see some of this get broken to the upside and start hunting higher liquidity. And let me just close those guys out there. Live. Are we live? We're live. All right, Paulette's in here. The first one. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for reminding me, Paulette. I was so into that conversation that I would have been late, or later than our scheduled 9 o'clock beginning. Anyway, let's go through this stuff here. So now we've taken this little ES has taken its lows, but NQ hasn't yet. You see that? And where NQ is still sitting inside that SIBI, we've got this imbalance down here still. So if we drive into this imbalance and then use the SIBI to continue to push lower, then I'm looking at this BISI down here again and potentially way down here around 25.28 level. So that's where I'm looking anyway. So thank you kindly, Paulette. I appreciate you. It's like my wife got to remind me, hey, look, don't you have some work to do? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. So anyway, that's where I'm looking here. So ES is swept their lows. They just popped below them right there. Yep. They just popped below them. So now the question is, do we use, it's weak for me. It's not, I know you guys are looking for bullishness out of that. So this larger range here, we are definitely sitting inside the discount box. So if you're bullish, you don't want to see any more than that, let go. If lows are swept, you want to see some aggressive start running through this level here. Now, if I see it close back above here, come back down, tag it, then start stepping through this level one time, and then start reaching for that new day opening gap, getting through that, then I'd say you have 3 levels of support that would send that higher. But until then, we've got this level here is now the reversal level. So I'm expecting to see this. And again, the news, we have some big news events coming up. At, I think my buddy Lambo there was saying that there's some big news events coming up between 9:45 and 10. So there's your potential for this to just take right off. Gold and silver, got lots of little trades in gold and silver. I think that's why it's pushed my this account up a little higher. There's just been some nice little catches, and then bailout. We got a little reversal right here. We've traded back into it right there for continuation. Now I want to see this bull trap let go. Find some support at the bull trap and keep sending that higher, reaching up into 49.62, and then the equal highs. I like to see that hit 5,000. And I still want to see silver hit $100. We're buying and selling silver like crazy, so there's the retest right there. That's a nice little buy right there. I like that one. I'm going to put a stop loss below here. I don't want to see more than 50% of this consolidation. I know it's not much of a displacement candle, so I don't want to see this go through here, because otherwise it's going to come down. I have to be below that spot. If we lose the mean threshold on here on a close, then look for a retest in that little SIBI down below you. And all I want's the $100 right there. Just to say we hit $100. That bull trap's got to either hold or let go, and you're up in the premium portion of this range anyway. So even entering in there probably didn't give you a discount anyway. So wait for something significant to happen there. Come on, Kevin, we want this to get going, man. Good morning, Hadi, Fuzzy. How you doing this morning? And Randy, good morning, good morning. Let's go over to oil. Did I get oil? I thought I had an oil trade here this morning. We've had a little dip below these lows. Then you get a little change in direction. We've traded above it here, and then you look for the first candle to the right, or sorry, candle to the left. You trade back above it. You come back, give it a little kiss right here. Does it touch it there? So what's the high on that candle? 59.85. The low on this candle is 59.86. So you just missed the top of that. So if candles continue to push through the next level, you have this little SIBI and that little SIBI. You trade back into that little SIBI and almost touch that order block there. Change in direction again. We've swept that little low. Trade back above it. We open here, come back in, trade into it, take the high, wait for this high to get taken. It does. Trade back into it right there. Continuation. And then you had a nice little oil long there. And you'd obviously be targeting this first one here, and that midpoint of the 61.31 is what I'd be looking for here. And I'd have the stop loss sitting here. You don't want to lose more than 50% of this. This would be your graded response right now. Let's have a look at some of these little sugar. I wanted to see sugar get into, so we've got into this lowest down close right here. So I don't want to see sugar get below here. If we can get back above here, I want to see sugar run up into the premium level and then start taking out these equal highs. Coffee hit right on our number yesterday. Look at that. Ping, hit it nicely, and then finally left. So coffee was a nice trade yesterday, if you're into that. And there's your go, no go zone right there. So pay yourself at that no go zone, and then you can reload on again later once this breaker has been taken to the upside. You want to see that supported and start targeting this imbalance above you. But yep, pay yourself there now if you're into coffee long from yesterday's little chat. Gold, I was in this multiple times this morning. Just nibbled some small profits out, and then it started doing all this crazy crap and bailed on it. Higher time frame looks probably a lot cleaner. 5 minute doesn't, but a 15-minute trades back above, comes back, trades through that mean threshold, sits right on that mean threshold of that last candle, but the wick ran right down to the top of the SIBI, which we never got a chance to get into. You got a chance there, so you could have got a nice perfect long at 49.25, targeting that rejection block, old high, and then look for the next objective, which is 49.55. If you take out 49.57 on a close, look for this bull trap to let go, and then once you get above that, aim for the equal highs and $5,000 marker. I'm in silver again, long, and I've been waffling here, so I wanted to see silver. Now that we closed above that level, I wanted to see it come back, tag it, and leave. It didn't, so it came all the way back. You got to give it some room to come back into that SIBI. So I'm just giving it some room to come back into here. And if it drops below that SIBI, I'm out. Actually, I don't even like it waffling around like this, so I'll probably close that out if that goes positive. Yeah, I'm out there at 0. So I'll wait for that to get above there because it's waffling and I don't like waffling. Make a decision. Stay or play. So we looked for this level yesterday, and look at this. Came right back into it. That's the consequent encroachment of that or mean threshold of that candle. Now that you traded back above it, that's the go no go line. And look at it, literally tagged it yesterday, and you were in a nice little long in your British pound. So I gave you that yesterday. That one was like perfection. Hope you enjoyed that. Those of you who are into Forex stuff. Stellantis, I'm still looking for Dodge to get down lower. I'm not buying it till it gets down here. Bitcoin, got nothing in Bitcoin. That's just crap. The DAX, it keyed off at the level we're looking for here. We didn't want to see it get any lower than that, so it literally came down to it, and now we're just waffling around in here. So big long springboard. You want to see that bounce on there. That's a long diving board there. You want to shoot up, spring up, and get back into this gap. And the longer this board gets, the more the potential is for it to snap, drop down low, and then bounce higher. I'm going to put another line right here on the 4 hour. 4 hours waffling a lot. So look at that hourly and 15 minutes. It's just building up liquidity on both sides of that market. So if we see a sudden snap down to this level, which I think is, it is 50%. So I'm expecting to see it rip into here. And then in terms of your graded response, now that we've taken out these little highs, you see this graded response. There's your A plus, didn't really, it went higher, took out the high. So you'd have to like literally go, was it really worth paying myself there? But if you did, then great. Next one came back down. There's your A level trade. Now you want to see it run up above that high. It didn't. It literally hit the rejection block and rejected off of it and came lower. And you got the A plus or A level again, A level again. And all you do is just keep getting this A level entry. And if you're loading up to go long on that, and these guys are going, look, we've hit the bottom here. So I'd like to see this roll over and the bottom of this order block, little cluster here, these little lows. And now, or the edge of the reject or that gap there. And then I want to see it will go lower. So you got people building up on both sides of these things. But I think if we do see a little pop, go down and then drive it higher. So you want to see something like this. I always forget what this damn thing is here. So you want to see something like this go pop, pop, and then off she goes. So just clear out this liquidity right up to this point here. Bounce off of that, send it lower, bounce off of this, and then you're looking for those 15-minute or 5-minute reversals and send it higher. Or look for a 15-minute reversal, 5-minute reversal to send it lower and clear out liquidity. They'll tend to do, I'm going to take you both out. Pair up you with you and then send it higher. Gather up their orders and send it. That's just my thoughts on that one. That's all good. Not what I want to see with Royal Bank, that's for sure. Retesting that. We should see this Royal Bank go lower now. You don't want to see this market structure shift. There's a small shift here. We're back inside this range here now. We've come back and retested the breaker here. Now you want to see that roll over and come lower. And if that rolls over and takes it lower, that should cause the other banks to follow suit. CIBC hasn't broken its structure yet. TD's right back into that mean threshold again. Sorry, Citigroup's back into that mean threshold again. So you have to get back above here for me to be bullish in that. Oh yeah, Walt Disney. I remember that upside objective. Look at that. Just smashed it here. And then we said, so that's the no-go line. It literally ran up, hit it, came back down and tagged it. And we want to see this watch here line, right? Which is just below it. So those are the 3 levels, and we're banging around inside those 2 right now. So it's either taking that high or it's dropping in here, and then we'll watch it to see what happens at that watch here line. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've got waffling. We're serving waffles. What's silver doing? Yeah, good thing we got out of silver there. Too much waffling going on. Nothing there. Wait for the news. I think this is just going to chop around in here and then be real careful. Wait like 15 minutes after the news. If you start chasing price here during the news events coming up, they're big news events, so you'll run the risk of getting chopped up in the market. So protect your buttocks, my friends. Protect your buttocks. Let me get rid of all this little dots and stuff all over my charts. Let's clean it up a little bit. This is all like super. Let's get rid of everything there. Close above, come back, tag it right there. Haven't got a body above here yet, and this bull trap sitting right here. So I'd wait for all this stuff to get cleared out. And now you've got that run below the low. Watch this right here. 39 minutes, get back through here. You've done your, oh, NQ has not ran its lows out. Interesting. It refuses to take its lows. ES has taken its lows. See that? There's a, what one would consider a SMT. So this is failing to go lower. This has just swept its lows. Now let's see if it takes it higher and gets Kevin back into his, so I have a small little structure shift here. Nice little pop up. Come back, give that a little support. And we're 9 minutes away from the open here. Excuse me. I took some GABA this morning. It's supposed to relax you. So I think it's really relaxing me. There's the retest of the little imbalance right here. Now you want to see that start pulling away here and go higher. If it's going to do that, you want to see it go higher. Takes out a high. Watch this. Otherwise, this is the target. You figure I'd learn my lessons with the computer. Now I've got an open glass of water. But it's way over there this time. Nowhere near my computer. Bodies are respecting this still. It's got a little bit of wick action down into here. Let's see this start going higher. Come on, Kevin. We want your, I want it to run higher for you, man. I am bearish right now. But I have no skin in the game right now on anything. So I'm sitting on the sidelines waiting for this news event to happen, and then we'll see what goes on. Might have to wait till things settle down after news. If you're trying to catch a big run, excuse me, from the news event, you have to have something super solid, and it tends to go whip and just take you out and take your stop loss. And some brokers won't even take a trade if you try to trade right in the news event. So if you're trying to chase a candle inside a news event, it probably won't give it to you. It won't print because there's like a 1 to 3 minute delay there because of the news. It gets kind of uncertain, so you don't have brokers allowing you to enter into those kind of situations. See how it's now going lower inside that range again. So we lost that level, and then we closed below this. Now we're coming back into this, and we're looking for this down here. So look for the 50% of this small little range here. And this is just practicing staying on the horse. See that? 50%. Hit it. Now you want to see it come back up above it. Use this as support on a close, and then punch it higher. That's all it needs. It's just to run down into that 50% of that range and send it higher. And it can just roll over and come back down into this consolidation here. So I really want to see us break out of that whole consolidated range with a nice big pound candle. Just pound it up there. A bold move, Kevin. He's gone long. I hope he gets it. $69.26. Oh, okay, he's got some room. He got right in at the lows. Nice. He took the civvy. Go long at the civvy. Well, you can always move to break even and let it buck now. You can take the gamble on the opening and just let it run. If it just shoots up, that'd be great. You would have caught that right at the bottom, right at 26. Good for you, man. See if we can get up above here now. Excellent. That's 10 handles right there. Good work, Kevin. So we're waiting for this to close above here. There's a regular trading hour gap. Good for you. He's starting to scale out. Now let's see if we can come back into this level. Or no, let's take out this one here now. So I like this. 50% of that. Stop loss would be like one tick below the low there. But not that I'm encouraging an entry here, because it's not a good time to enter in right at a news event time. I want to see it just snap out of here and send it higher. What's silver up to? On a turn. Let's see what this news event does. There's the retest of this one. Here's the opening. Rip it up. I'll wait for structure shift here on a 15 minute. Nice work, Kevin. We've got 28 minutes to close it back above that level. And NQ, notice how NQ refused to go lower. And it's sending it higher. Look at that. That's nice. So there's an SMT for sure there. Now we want to see that send it higher. Your NQ sure climbing like crazy. That's awesome. Next bull trap is here. What in there, Russell? That's not what you want to see, man. You want to see that go bullish. Let's just right back up into that new day opening gap on the hourly, and we're rejecting off of that. We got to get back above here on a close on the hourly, and it's way too choppy for me on an hourly level. And with this news event, you're seeing some big wicks. Big wicks. And you need to really watch your butt. 9:45. Got two red news events. Manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. And then another one at 10 o'clock. View of end consumer sentiment. Notice how it hit 50% of the regular trading hour gap and then snapped off of that. Morning, Shepherd. Now let's see what NQ's doing. It's probably gonna, look at that snap off there. Just cleared out this liquidity above the market here. And snap right back down to this consolidation. Not even interested. Let's just play staying on the horse. So we had a change in direction, retest, going short. So you're short inside here now. I'd be aiming for right here at 581. There's the high. Let's see if we get 581. We got right into the mean threshold of that candle. This can send it back higher. That can hold it. We don't get the 581, but you have to take the last up close candle's mean threshold. And now look for this. This has already been retested. Now I'd like to see that get retested and now push through here. Now you can do the 181 or 581. Come on. You've done that. You come down here now. Let's finish off the SIBI box to box trade. Box to box. Pablo Escobar, Fibonacci. It's a good name. Good afternoon. I love the name. There's the 581. There's the box to box, man. That's my box to box trade. Bang, bang, done and dusted, move to the sides. That's a great one. So anyway, let's see what else we got. What's ES up to now? ES doesn't have one of those, so you have to look at the mean threshold of this candle or the last down close candle's mean threshold and see how that acts. So see how we're chopping around in here? Not interested. That was a nice, decent, clean run to here, and then you start going all crazy again. So once we're through here, you want to see one of these two break now. Wicks don't count. Wicks don't count. Gotta wait for a body. Sorry, I keep yawning. I don't have coffee. I'm trying to go at it with water today. Back up into premium, back down to discount. So there's a box to box. Now this is boxing. This is one round. We're into the second round of boxing. Wait for one of these levels to give way. Wick takes the high, but it does not close above it. Now we're looking for this body. It is now run the lows. So now I'm ignoring this level if this candle closes below this level right here. That's it. That's already run into a range extension. Now I want to see a continuation. See how it's literally closed below it. Now retag it and send it lower. You can come right back up into this little box right here, right there. Boop. Not acting the way I want it to act, so that be it. Those are very precise data points. So sloppy when it comes back up into the candle again, but I want to see that come back down to extend this range shorter now. So I'm glad you got a piece of that action off of there, Kevin. Kevin scaled out. He was back to 26 here. He scaled out a big chunk of his trade on the way up from his 26 entry. Now we've got this breaker, which you didn't want to see get broken to the downside. It just did. Then we get retested. Now we're looking for a continuation. Looking for these lows to go. Sorry, buddy, but we are going lower. Good morning, Mr. Mark. Mr. Marky Mark 3. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the founding father of the Mark III, Mark Campton, or Mark Empton, or Mark Campton. Anyway, that's the founding father of the 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. trade. There's another range extension. I want to see a continuation now. I don't want to see that as a small continuation. Let's go push it through. There you go. So now you want to see that continue to push through. Now that would be a really kind of a crappy extension, continuation, extension, and then continuation. That's all you get. And then turns around and goes back into the range again, which, you know, in the next 5 minutes, it makes sense for it to come back into here and just consolidate and just keep sweeping out some lows, coming back in, sweeping out some highs, coming back in, and staying inside this range here until this news event releases. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, yes. So you're back through the no-go zone right there. You're through it, so you're back inside that range. Through the breaker. Watch where it closes. Don't worry about the candle until it makes its close. Decide on the close of the candle where you want to see it go. Oh yeah, I got an 8 a.m. indicator, don't I? I think I made an 8 a.m. indicator. Where's my scripts? These are all the just different bots or different indicators I've been working on or made already. Midnight candle. I like midnight candle. Marky Mark 3. That's 50% of the, oh, it didn't quite hit 50% of the rejection or regular trading hour gap. No, I don't. I agree, Mark or Kevin. That's not a quality run. That's just a wick run, so we still have relative equal lows here. And we have this imbalance down here still, so this is what's holding price back on the hourly for me. I can't commit to a super short until this is taken. On the downside on a close, like a displacement candle, come back into this in the next hour and then send it lower. Otherwise, expect a lot of wick action here. This is not even worth trading. This is one of those, how disciplined can you be? Just waiting for your trade setup. We have overlapping arrays in this consolidation at a 15-minute, which is this hourly consolidation. And we're sitting inside this lower time frame consolidation. So Dim, how's it going? Good morning. Welcome to our show. Welcome, welcome. Everybody say hello to Dim. Hello, Dimlo. Welcome, welcome. Well, should we rifle through all of them again? We got one more minute. Let's wait and see the fireworks. This is going to be this one, and then you got another one at 10 o'clock. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Thanks for asking. Where are you hailing from there, Dimlo? Are you American, Canadian, European? Where are you in the world? You don't have to give your exact city address, phone number, postal code. You don't have to give us that stuff. Just where are you at, man? USA. Welcome, welcome. There's the news release. Gold did a small little gap up. This little pop up here. Retest. We'll see if we can get an equal high, like a body run up above here and retest these wicks. Silver, look at that return right back down to our discount box. We finally have a break above here, test it, and there's our premium already. So wait for a market structure shift, wait for us to get above the bull trap, get on top of this level. This is a nice little flat piece of grass. You can get a little running start and get a launch up here for higher using this bull trap as your continuation candle. And we're almost at $100 right now anyway. I wanted it to hit $100. We called for $100 a long time ago, way down. I don't know where it was, way down here somewhere. There's a beautiful entry right there. That was our, I think these are, let's have a look at these. I think these were our levels we were looking for. 1, 2, 3, and then the last one was up there. And that's what we got so far. We're just shy of $100.35. I just want to see it tap 100. So there's 99.95. Just tap 100. And we can put the silver to bed. There's gold finally making its little run. I want to see gold hit 5,000. I think everybody wants to see gold hit 5,000. It's funny because on your take profit trader, they're already at $5,005. So you see how we broke above this bull trap? If we start to lose the mean threshold and we're actually closing through this, look for a retest back here. Oh, there's one little guy right there. So if you lose the mean threshold of the whole thing right there, which I think you're going to, I look for a retest back down here now for coffee. I'd be out of coffee right now. And look at that. Start running up. Snap. Consolidation. 10 o'clock could be a significant news event. So here's our macro beginning now. You guys focusing ES over NQ these days? I like, not really. I kind of like, I watch ES. I just started watching ES recently because I wanted to see this. I'm still trying to buy into this whole SMT divergences and stuff. Here is the SMT divergence where, you know, NQ did not take out its lows. It stayed higher, so it was the stronger one of the two. And ES, you typically want to see ES take that and be the one that resists it and sends it higher, and then usually directs NQ after the fact, right? But NQ looks like it's or ES now looks like it's the leader. If it's going to take NQ down, it's going to we want to see that finally break here, and that pulls out my theory if we're going lower, not higher, if this closes. So to answer your question, I don't sit in ES too long, but I am kind of looking at comparing them right now. So let's see if this continues to push through and close. I want to see if it closes below here in the next 9 minutes on the hourly. If it closes below there, I'm definitely bearish. I'm not bullish. But then again, we have a news event in another 10 minutes. It's macro time right now, my friends. Margarita macro time. And all we're doing is banging around in here. So I think 10 o'clock is our bigger news event. Because the 945 is pretty lackluster. It hasn't really pushed the markets anywhere except inside a small range here. It's just kept it here. And there's nothing significant in here for me to even play in anyway. So I'm looking at this and this here inside that larger range. So we just come down, we just hit here, ran through it, then ran through it again, and then we hit the discount box. So there's nothing. We're stuck in those two ranges right now, or those two little inversion points. So I got nothing, man. I got nothing for you. Kivo D is master at silver and gold. I've been killing silver and gold. Give me that 100, man. I just want to see 100 so I can just mic drop this moment. Look at that. There's a nice little change in direction. Boop. For a long. As soon as it takes the high, move yourself into break even. Zero stress on the trade. And just watch the fireworks, man. Explode into space. Got our bat out of hell. Did not come back and touch it, but it was stop right there, buddy. I gotta know right now, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Will you need me? There you go. And there's your continuation. Body trade's above the high. You come back into the high. There's another continuation. That's the continuation model. This was a continuation model. This is a continuation model. This is a reversal. Model 1. Model 2, internal range. There's nothing up here other than the last up close candle. Look for extension. There's extension. Come back. Hit it. Continuation. Takes out that. That's continuation. In a small little range, you got 4 models all inside that small little range right here. So funny thing is you can't trade this as cleanly on some of the brokerage firms. They get really choppy and they're just bits and pieces in here. They don't have clean candles like this. This is so much easier to trade than the choppy bits and pieces you see in other ones on other candles. So that's the hourly level. Let's look at silver down at some lower levels. Let me clear up all my attacks here. You guys don't want to have to watch all mine. How close we are here. So inside this range, see how this premium box and the discount box, you have to get the discount. This would have been the discount run inside the small range. So from running here to the premium box, then you want to see here and then right up into the rejection block. And you don't even get the high. You just get the rejection block. What did I tell you about rejection blocks? Pay yourself at rejection blocks. Now you may say, my rule is I'm okay with that. It's going to tag the high. Pay yourself at rejection blocks. You didn't get the high. And look at that. It pulled right back into that range again. So if you're saying it doesn't work, the rule is, did you pay yourself at rejection block? If you didn't, you're not following the rules. Again, they're my rules. They're not your rules. But if I failed on that one, I'd be like, I didn't pay myself there. That's why it failed. I could have been into this trade here, run up, take that, go long. As soon as it takes the high, I pay myself, hits the rejection block, pay myself again, let the rest run to see if it runs higher. It doesn't, it comes back, takes me out, and I'm at break even, plus I paid myself a couple of times on the way up. And that's how disciplined you got to be, man. But you got to stick to your rules. Whatever your rules may be, stick to them. And if they keep failing at a certain point, go back, analyze your rules, back test your rules, and find out where they fail and modify your rules. It's just feedback. That's all it is. It's not a failure. It's just feedback. Yeah, it's feedback. Anyway, let's go over here. What's going on here? Nothing. Got 5 more minutes for the next news release. See how we're still staying inside this lower CB here? We've had a couple of wicks, just enough to kick through here. Okay, I have to be right back. My wife's calling. I'll be right back. t-shirts while my wife's sleeping. I don't want to turn the lights on and wake her up. So I pulled out my Easter shirt. Whatever. There you go. Watch this retest here now. And that would be nice to send it higher right there. Start going higher. That's good. See, ES hit that number nicely and send it higher. Hits that high, pay yourself. Now you don't want to see it come back through here, so your stop loss would go to risk free and let it buck, let it go. And there you go. There's your 10 o'clock news release. Give Kevin his little run there. Now you'd move right into here or into here and just let that run. That's the perfect entry right there. As soon as it takes the high, move to break even, give yourself a little couple of nickels. Then move your stop loss to here. You don't want to see that come back through here, so send it higher. That's ES. So NQ refused to go lower. Takes out the high here on a close. You don't get a revisit. Wait for this one. Takes out the high. You don't get a revisit. It just sends it straight up. We're in that go, no go zone right now. I've got nothing. I've got no entry here. This was the only entry I could see. And stop loss will be sitting here. Small little profit. Here's another one right here. You don't want to lose more than 50% of that. There's the institutional order flow entry drill. Send it higher. If you lose the 50% of that on a close, look for this BISI back here. It's good. As soon as it takes that high, pay yourself. I'd move my stop loss to break even plus the cost of the trade now. So if you're in short here or long here, off that mean threshold that we talk about, pay yourself there, give yourself, and I'll let it run. And it's just again, I'm not participating in this. I'm just kind of watching it for a bit, but that's a nice little swing at 9 o'clock, the 9:10 turn. This 15-minute now, I want to see this come back and retest these old highs here. I want to see a candle close above that level. And if you lose the mean threshold hold of that candle, look for a retest of this SIBI below you. So this is a good displacement. We want to see this happen above these old highs here. Let's see if we can get something to retrace back into here in the next 15 minutes or so. It is tick perfection, my friends. It is. So every time it takes out that high or looks for a next objective, look at your range from high to low. If you're into the take profit model 1, the take profit model would put you right there's 50%, so you should be break even right now. Half your trade should be off, and you're looking for 60% right here. That also puts you in P1, P2. So as soon as it hits 48, pay yourself again at 48. 7.5, right? There's 48. 48.75 is what I'm looking for. That's the 62% retracement. 48.25, not 48.75. I'm gonna make sure I got those on the right spots. This could be in the wrong spot here. That would be 0.5. No, didn't quite lock it on there. On there, yeah. So it's literally 0.25 of a handle from 62% retracement. So if it comes back and tags 44, then you're out of the trade. That's it. You're out of the trade. If you use take profit model 1, pay yourself. And if you didn't pay yourself there, then that's the pain of coming down and then coming back to 60 or 50%, tagging you out and then running higher. And if that happens, then you just wait for market structure shift. The whole purpose of take profit model 1 is just an internal range liquidity hunt. That's all. Because if it reverses there at 62% and then slams back against you, you're gonna be like, oh, maybe I am glad. And that whole hindsight, beat yourself up crap, not worth it. Just wait for the next trade setup. Ollie got long at 631. What on earth did you key off of, Ollie? 631. What did you key off of? Oh, you're on NQ. Okay. 631. Ah. All right. Yeah, I could see if you're keying off of this guy here. You saw the wick up there above that. That was good enough for you. It's good that you got that, because there's for me, I would have waited for this to close above, and it literally closed on it, then came back into it, right into its mean threshold, and then sent it higher. So good for you. Good call, Ollie. Oh, where's ES? Let's look at ES again. There's that 62%. Did you get the 62 this time? Or 68.20? No, it's still that same high there. So what I'm looking for now is on whether or not to see if this holds up above here. It closes above these two candles, and then I want to see it come back into those two candles with the mean threshold being the line in the sand, and then send it higher. Partial 2 out of 3 now for 80 points, leaving 1 running. Good for you, man. Well done, Russell. Or Ollie. Well done. We won't have any of that loud beeping stuff. This is a 10 o'clock, potential 10 o'clock reversal here. So looking for a silver bullet. Use silver bullet seekers. That's a 9-10 turn. So a 9 takes a turn, a 10 takes a turn. So this could be a turn and send it all the way back into this range again, and then hunt for these lows. And run up to 62% of this range, and then send it back through these lows. And you just got a P1. That's it. You don't get P2. You got 4 more minutes to see this thing close up cleanly above here. And ideally, you want to see a nice displacement candle above here. You got 4 minutes to leave it up nice and high. And there's no entry here on a 1 minute chart. So you're looking for a retest back here into this BISI inside the regular trading hour gap. That BISI right at 50% would be beautiful, and it would tag this old new day opening gap. So if we roll over, come back, tag that, look for a reversal in here for the next leg continue, and I would do the take profit model 6 on that. We get down here and we get a reversal, and we start sending that higher in the 10 o'clock. And we get the extension. I'm going to pull this leg, and then I'm going to do a take profit model 6 on that. Gold is shopping around here. Hey, how's silver doing? 99.93, 99.95. Oh, look, we broke 100. We broke the $100 mark in silver. There we go. We knew it would happen one day. Now we're looking for $100.35 just to finish it off. Give me my upside projection. Right into the rejection block on the 1 hour, mean threshold still. Let's see if we send that lower. 25,726. 25,726 all the way up to 27. Right there, 700, send it lower. That's 700, send it lower. And lower she goes. Look at that. That was a nice little change in direction right there. See how the body traded below it? Quickly came back, tagged it. That's a short. Take the low, pay yourself, move to break even, and enjoy the ride. You're in a stress-free trade now. And no reason to get yourself all worked up and that stuff. You just let the trade pan out. You've paid yourself some money, and you've got the cost of the trade is 0. You've paid yourself now. And if it comes back against you, who cares? We'll wait for another entry, and we're demanding precision from the market. You're demanding precision, my friends. So that one right there was just beautiful. You didn't need to see it. It's a good thing I was calling it right as it was happening, so you could see that. Pay yourself. And that one will be a short right there. Off of here. And then you take your fib tool. And then we go, let's do an internal range liquidity hunt. Oops. It trades back through there. I'm on the wrong side of that. So my stop loss will go up here. That means just getting back in sync with it. So this is a run on the low, change in direction, confirmed by running above there and there. It comes back and retags this. Look for it to run higher. This would be the next price leg higher. So if I want to get a short inside this range, then I have to okay, even a wick up there is not good. $11 seconds, that's not good. I don't like all that popping up stuff. So now we just wait for it to close above. And I'll give it one right there. One long from here. And the stop loss has to go below there. And if you market structure shift. So you need to see the losses as well as the gains. So we're just looking for a rejection block first. You can add another one on there. Now watch what happens on the next 4 seconds. If we close below there, that's welcome to consolidation, beat you up zone. Like that. Trades through it again. Now you got to wait for a structure shift. And yeah, you can take some losses, man. If it's not acting the way you want, like yesterday, see how we were calling some like right on the dots. It's this whipping back and forth action that you don't want to see. So that quick stop run there. I'm watching here now. If we close below here, look for this to come back, retest this, and send it lower. And that's enough to throw me off enough times for me to go wait for a cleaner setup. And what's ES up to? ES just came up inside here and then rejected off of it. So ES did not break that, but NQ did. You see that? So NQ doesn't want to go down. They've done their lower low. But they've pulled right back. NQ's pulled right back into its range and says, I don't want to go any lower than that. I just want to sweep. And this guy's going, nope, I want to go lower. So this one wants to pull lower. And this one is going to get dragged down with it, kicking and screaming. But see how it's kind of fighting its break of the SIBI? And this is just saying, all right, I give up the ghost. I come back, retest the SIBI, and come back into the range. And if you're pulling your fib tool from here, it's an internal range liquidity hunt. So take profit model 1 is what you're after there. Versus the NQ, which is just there. Now it's just finally popped into here. Now you want to see it go lower from there. If ES is pulling down like that, I want to see that NQ follow that down. There we go. As soon as it takes that low, pay myself. So you can take one off there. What's ES doing? So I want to see ES get back down into this order block here. Its mean threshold. And if it takes the mean threshold, looking for the SIBI down here. That makes sense. There, it's taking that low, so you pay yourself one, buy one back. Retest here one more time. Could be just above there now. You don't want to see it pop through here. I don't even want to see a wick get through there. And I'm out. Jesus, that's just... What's this range here? %. That's it. It's done its thing. Now let's see if it goes higher. There we go. I'll come back and give this a test. Put one in there. Taking out the high, stop loss to break even. I'm going to get one on there, so let's hit that objective. I'm out. Oops. Jesus, I hit the sell button. Okay, I'm going to close that out. There's 27. So now I want to see if we get a body close above here. You're through this level. Yeah, it's too choppy. I'm going to wait. Sat in the middle of the range for weeks of consolidation, messy on the higher time frames. Yeah. Look for, do we even get a 15-minute retest here? No, we didn't even get a 15-minute retest. It's close. Now you're looking for this one. What'd you get on that, Hadi? You said you killed it? Nice. Did you catch this one and smash it higher, or did you get a lower one? Because there was no 15-minute, there was no 5-minute, unless you got a nice little graded response off of this. Which one did you catch? Now I'm going to wait for I have to wait for this to come back into the new week opening gap at 7:35. Like a retest in this zone right here. It's got to close above that in the next 5 minutes. Sorry, not 5 minutes. Next 35 minutes. And then I want to see it retest this in all the way down to here. So your stop loss will have to sit down here. Uh, 25,800. 1021. 1021. 1021. Oh, the retest. Okay, good for you. Good retest there, Hadi. That's a nice little hourly candle. I want to see that hold up there in the next 35 minutes, come back and give us a retest of this and send it higher. Yes, it was a nice, lovely candle. Look at that. Came down, just give it a nice little kiss. Perfection. And send it higher. Thing is, we've got all this untested down here. Untested. Untested. That's ran through. This could get ugly at 11 or the next hour. If this is the 10 o'clock hourly candle, and this just reverses here now and slams right back down, it starts to re-access the ones that it's avoided. So we'll see how it acts here at in the next 30 minutes if we stay above this level. Stay above that high there. There's a grade, what is that, a sea level response? Your graded response would be right there. So that's a B level trade right there. Look at the hourly chart that I shared this morning. You call for a short and then a long, right? That's what you're looking for. Jeepers, we get through a lot of these things here. There we go. You're looking for 540 on the low. Low end this morning, 540 or 596. Yeah, there's a lot of chop going on in there. Hard to follow through with that nice clean idea you had there, but you got the right idea. Wanted to see that 15-minute hold, right? And that's the top of 15 minutes. Yeah, that's the 15-minute you want to see run down into 572. It held, almost held. It was slightly broke through it. But the fact that we pop through here and we get above this one here, retest that one, and then send it higher. That's a B level trade right there for a high. As soon as it breaks that high, move your stop loss to break even, pay yourself, and let it run. Stop loss will be sitting just below that fail point there. I would be moving that right into there, saying I don't want to see it fail there now. So if you're entered in and right on the consequent encroachment of that, you're just shy of the low. Rejection block, oof, hit it right there, move to break even, wait for that high to get taken. So pay for your trade. You're in a stress-free trade now. So if that rolls over on you, at least you're looking for this specific data point to provide proof and send you higher. It's good. As soon as it takes that high, you're in profit. Pay yourself and then just go stress-free. And if Hadiz ain't looking for 800, that's his next upside objective right here. 15-minute looks good. What's ES up to? Well, what have we got going on here? How's silver doing? Well, that's oil, I should say. Remember, we wanted to see coffee if it got through here. look for this level here. See how it's hit that level now? Now I want to see if it reacts off of here and gets back through this order block and then uses the order block again to continue pushing higher. So I want to see that get to so it's going to get through here, come back to that candle or that line and keep marching higher. Gold is way too choppy for me. So is ES now that it's, or silver now that it's hit $100. It's a big point for silver. So box to box is pretty much all we're sitting at here for now. We did not want to see it get back below here. Sending it higher. That's British pound still on a run. It's Bitcoin up too. I want to see this stay open. This order block hold price. So if that rolls over here now, like this would be plenty and send it higher. But the fact that you're rolling over here again, look for this downside. And if you lose that, then look for this box here. And the DAX is still holding on that line, albeit crappy. We're still waiting for a pop up, pop down. Potential. We could just say pop up, come back to the consolidation and send it higher. That's the rollover. We're not getting above that mean threshold right now. It's holding price, so that's the watch it line. Watch here. We'll see where she closes. So you're short, you're long from here. See how you take the high, pay yourself. Now you can move your stop loss in below this low here. Targeting Hadi's 800 level. What do you want to see ES do? Or you want to see ES get up into this new day opening gap here? I'd like to see that get up into 69.58. Look at the 5.853 fair value gap. $8.53. Yeah. Well, we traded into it, traded below it, traded above it, traded below it. and then traded below it. Yeah, it's a shitty one. What, did you like it? Look at the 853 on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, it's crappy. You're literally above it, below it, above it, below it, way above it, go below it, above it again, come back in and tag it. It's kind of you can see how it's a key level, but you just keep getting beat up inside there. So if you waited for range extension and then a continuation and your stop loss was sitting just below it, you would have got ran out again. So to me, it's not a great fair value gap at all. Once you've traded above that high, if you weren't following your rules to move your stop loss up and pay yourself above old highs and move to break even plus the cost of the trade, that kept coming down and taking you out. So as soon as it does that and takes you out again, then you just go, I gotta wait for a structure break above this high and then try and get in on it. And it doesn't, it just leaves. So it's not a solid one for me. It might be for you, but it's really a dead zone for me. It's follow your rules, you'll get beat up. If you constantly stay in there saying, I'm desperate for this to work, it doesn't work. I'm going short, now it goes long. Now I want to go long, now it goes short. Now I want to go short, now it goes long. Now I want to stay long, and it goes short. And then you'll go, oh, then you go long. And how many times are you going to get beat up in there following that rule? And we try to preach the solidity of the rules, right? And yeah, if you're flexible with your rules there and you didn't care, you trusted that it was going to go higher, then, and you counted on that SMT divergence with the ES, then you could say, yeah, I don't care where that's going. It's going higher. That would be a big trust in SMT, but it doesn't match my rules. Same area. Now on a 5-minute chart, is there something on a 5-minute chart that's worthy of recognition? At 8:30. Other than this immediate rebalance candle, it comes back up and immediately rebalances this. Waffles. Takes it out on the upside. You come back into it. You hold it. Your stop loss sits right here. Comes all the way up. Pay yourself at the high. It comes all the way back down. Doesn't take out your stop loss. If you just left it there, you'd be in that. But that's a lot of chop. I wouldn't have been in that. That would have thrown me up a long time ago. So you got this new BISI forming. So your stop loss that was here, now you're at break even plus the cost of the trade. You've paid yourself here. Stop loss would be up in more profit. You don't want to see this get broken because this is the potential change in direction. Not that I suspect I'm not going to leave those untouched. But there's the BISI you don't want to see get broken to the downside. So this is your model, your graded response, your B level graded response. Takes out those highs, pay yourself, move your stop loss to here. Now you don't want to see that get taken. You've paid yourself another again there, and D's waiting for his 800. And the celebrations will begin with the D and the crew. Send it on up. I'm in a long in ES, so I want to see that get up into that 58 level, 57. Let's see this new day opening gap get tagged here. That's what I want to see. What is this I'm looking at here? I've got those sticks on there. I can't remember what I put the sticks on there for. What were these sticks for? Oh, they were hourly maybe? Nope. 4 hour. Nope. I like that 797 to 803 hoodie. 797 to 803. Thanks for the streams this week, Darren. Lots of little gems for all of us. You're very welcome, Lucas. You are very welcome, my friend. Very, very welcome. I'm down about 3 grand so far on here, so gonna have to focus on that this afternoon. Try and get that back again. Gold is on a nice little move higher now. Again, nothing super clean. Still looking for that 5,000 level. Waiting for this bull trap to let go. Come on, Hadi, let's get it up there. We're looking for 794, 795, 3 in my long in ES. ES is on a run up higher now. I just want that to pay the trader. That's good. There you go. There's your 800 Hadi. Ba-boom. Right on the bell, too. Dusted and dusted. Send it. Send it high up. This is good. Definitely in profit now. All right, so now I want to see this come back and find some support at that and send that higher. $3 a.m. candle. Where's our NQ at? Where's ES at? Keep marching higher, my friend. You see this? There's my upside objective at 57. That's excellent. That's the premium box. There's a little tiny box in there. That's my premium. I wanted the mean threshold of the new day opening gap. I got that. Now, I'd love to see that just slam right back against everybody here and take this out. Now it's just ran all the way up here, deny the higher, run higher, and then we'll see. We'll see if we get a reversal here. Or we get a continuation. Where are we looking for up there? It's the no-go box right now. We're in on the 4 hour. See how we act on that 800 level. I want to see that go higher from there. And away we go. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your bullish profits from these last 2 days. I'll be digging out the snow. 24 inches expected. Ouch. Buddy, take it easy. Don't blow your back, man. Nice upside objective there, Hadi. Gold is reversing off the top. Straight through there. I'll see if they get the reversal in gold right now. Gold's giving us a change in direction here above this high. We've hit the premium level already, and now I want to see if we get a change in direction through here. If we close below that breaker and close below here, then this whole market structure you want to see shift before heading lower. So that's all I got for gold. Silver is already on a turn. Silver's hit that $100, and there's the button, right on the button. Look at that, 35. That was our upside call. Look at all these levels we've called. Hit it. Now, Vitali, did you catch all that run to that point? I hope you did, man. We've been driving Vitali crazy with these silver trades. We were calling $100 a couple of weeks ago, and there's your $100. And we called this level. That's an actual fib tool extension at that exact level. That's why we called that. And it hit right in the beezer, right in the schnoz. And then we get a nice quick snap off of that reversal. So I want to see this downside structure here get broken to the downside if we've got a retracement after $100. If we've got it some pullback now, I'll be looking for or run to the next level down. Coffee's not giving you what you want off of here, then if you close in this and we close below that, then look for a further run down into this discount. Sorry, this discount here. It would have to really speed up to get through down here. So I'm expecting coffee to hold in here now and leave this open. If you start to continue to close through here, your C level trade, D level trade, if your D level fails, you're out on any long. Looking for pullback of 735. Probably not going to get that till we hit this 15-minute premium box there, head D. Just wait for the 830 and look for a reversal in here. This would be right around 11. We're at 11 o'clock now, right? Just coming into 11. So that would be nice to see this catch here and then see a reversal. See if we can draw back into some of this liquidity here. Yes, for sure. Thank you, Darren, for all your help. Every time I had a position, I left a runner or two and still open positions from way back. Good for you, man. Good for you. Let's just do this on a daily candle. If you're in a daily chart, and you look for your first entry, lows have been swept right here. You get a body trade above that, but it doesn't take out that high. Look for a body to trade above it. It does right here. Trades back into it, all the way back into it here. You go long from August 20th. It's always the third week too, hey? Jackson Hole. Catch your run higher, takes out the high. Take a little piece of action for yourself, and then the rest run. And if you just left that alone, and every time you get these significant lows, so if we do a take profit model 5, a take profit model 5, take notes here, you guys, because I haven't shared a take profit model 5 except for when we're in Toronto on that Toronto summit. So make notes, because I'm only going to say it once. Take profit model 5 is a long hold model. So basically what you're looking for is the first SIBI that forms. Your stop loss will stay. So if your SIBI is down here, you trade until you see your first BISI, right? That's the range. Your stop loss must stay below the SIBI. Then when a new SIBI is formed right here, and then a new BISI is formed, as in up here, your stop loss now moves to the SIBI. And as the BISI forms, if the BISI doesn't get taken to the upside, but if it does get taken to the upside, your stop loss is still way down here. Then you wait for the next SIBI to form. So here's your BISI broken, right? So your stop loss is still sitting way back here because there's no SIBIs in here. Your stop loss is way back here. It comes back down, changes direction, sweeps these lows. And there's a little, I don't know if there's a little tiny SIBI there or not. No. But we do have a SIBI here, a little sell side. So you want to say wait for body to get back above that before you consider putting your stop loss below this low. The body breaks above there. So that SIBI that's way back here, or where was it? Right here, is now get moved to right here. So you're allowing all that to come back. The new SIBI forms. As soon as we get above it, great. Now you move your stop loss to here. There's your BISI, SIBI combination. So if you just traded the BISI like we typically do, trade back in, we're getting short for our SIBI, or so our SIBI right here. You hit it, and then it goes longer. So basically what you're doing is take profit model 5 is staying inside the entire, below the entire range. So you're giving that flexibility for the whole range to give you your support, and then it continues to go higher. And wait, when the range gets broken, then you know you're on the wrong side of it, right? So the range doesn't get broken because there's no, this range gets broken, but it gets broken with wicks, and there's no SIBI there. So you have to go to the nearest SIBI, which is there. That's the actual true range. There's a fake range or a false range and a true range. The true range is from SIBI to BISI. That's how I look at it. It's not a Michael thing, just my thing. Okay. And a lot of you may go, there's no way I'm going to give up from $55 or $54 to $42 or $41. That's a huge profit loss, right? But if you're in a mega trade, like as in Vitali, the take profit model 5, he's following that up, and you watch the jumps are huge. So when you finally break that high and you get a new SIBI forming, you put your stop loss here. So from here to here, you literally jump from 41 to 47, and you run higher and you wait for the next SIBI to form. Where's our next SIBI? It doesn't. It literally runs from that little SIBI there. Stop loss is here. It runs higher. Now you can do what Michael does is he trades, if you have a terminus, which is, let's say, it was $100. Every 21, for 21 days or 40 days, you keep moving your stop loss. And then within 20, the closer you get to terminus, you move to 21 days. I still don't see any SIBIs in here that support a reversal. Nothing in here. Nothing. This one here, it's a change in direction. So this is your sell side. So you'd be up way up here. So then your stop loss would sit below here. So you literally move from way back here. Your stop loss gets moved all the way up to 80 some odd dollars right here from this one. Trade back into it and send it higher. So you're literally right there at $85 in your stop loss. So you don't want to see that sell side get taken out now. That's a hell of a jump from way back there to up there. That's what that whole take profit model 5 is about. There's your upside objective we just hit on the 15-minute. Take profit model 5, yeah. And if you always look at how the take profit works, the take profit model 5, you see how I'm always aiming for a discount box? So if you trade above this and you put your stop loss below the low, and you say, as soon as that trades back through there, my stop loss is sitting on the low of this, and it doesn't get hit, even though you got all this stuff. I have no new SIBI forming in here. So, or you do right here, and your stop loss is still sitting here. So it comes all the way back, squeezes you, and still doesn't break you out. So you get another little SIBI right here. So your stop loss would go, finally, when it broke above here, or I guess above that high, you'll put your stop loss right in, sitting in here, and it starts to run. Your stop loss still stays there. That gives you all of this to play in. And the moment that SIBI forms and you run above it, now your stop loss will sit below the lows here. So so this allows you to run back, right? As soon as it runs through it, your stop loss now moves below the low. And now you've got this run higher. You're looking for the next SIBI BISI break. There's your BISI. So where's your stop loss sitting? It's sitting way back here still. That's like 200 handles. Look at the time of day now. 11 o'clock, we're expecting a reversal. So if you're trading time, 11 o'clock, pull your stop loss now. Otherwise, we can allow for a big swing back in here and that to continue going higher. So this would be kind of something for you to watch now, Vitali. There's no SIBI inside this range except for right here. So that, let's say you gave it all that range to play in, and then it finally rolls up and goes higher and takes this out after lunch. So this is kind of the area you want to look at between that BISI. Actually, I'll just put the boxes in there so you can see them. And just see if this rule plays out. That one there and this one right here. That's the whole range. I don't think there's anything else in here. Nope. So watch. And you can continue to buy and sell in here while you're on the higher time frames. You're trailing it up slowly. You can still buy and sell inside there. So during this 11 o'clock reversal, you're looking for this run on the nearest significant liquidity that occurs in the NASDAQ. So you're looking for a run on here or here. Oh, that's a retest. I like that one. I'm going to put my stop loss just above that high. Now I want to see this order block hold price and send it lower. I'll put another one in here because that's making up that one and that one. I'll take those and we can come back and retest this low right here. There's another one there. I'll layer in a couple in here. The last one will be right there. Yeah, it's got a hold in here. I don't want to see it come back and fill this whole thing in here and retest this. I want to see that at least hold price. %70 optimum trade entry reversal. That's what we're looking for there. There's the retest. 62%. I'll send it lower. I don't want to see that keep creeping higher and filling this whole thing in. So now I don't want to see it come back up there. Send it. Let's go. No, I don't want to see it come back up here. It's done its revisit there. You got to send it lower now. I'm stuck inside this fair value gap, so that's the thing I want to see it accelerate through here. If it keeps waffling around in there, I'll just close it out. You get half that wick now. You're welcome, Hadi. You're out of here. All right, now I don't want any more than half that wick. So I've eliminated. I'm down to key points I don't want to see get taken. Right there, I'm out. This whole chop, I'm not looking, because we're still inside this fair value gap here. And that half that wick was literally sitting on half the wick and it just came up and hit it. Should have stayed up a little higher, but we'll see. See, it's supposed to accelerate out of here. These two little tiny candles, not interested. This is where it starts to leave now that it just came up to half that wick. Now half this wick, and I'll send it lower. You watch this. And you need to see that. So half this wick, which is, you saw me pulling my stop losses down. Like I don't want to see more than half that wick. So there's half the wick. Then you say, I don't want to see more than half that wick. There's half that wick. And we send it lower. And I was literally sitting on half the wick and it hit half. They should have been sitting up there still. But those are the data points that you'll see. Ding, ding. As soon as it takes out a low, pay yourself, move to break even then. That's what I was looking to do. So sometimes you can be too precise. See you on Monday, Hadi. Have a great weekend, man. Now, I think that will, I can get back into here. There you go. There's the precision for you. I was actually too precise. I put my stop loss right at the spot I was expecting price to, allowing it to come back to, and it was way too tight. The spread will end up getting you, so should have stayed there until that was confirmed lower, then stayed there till that was confirmed lower. As soon as it takes out that low, pay yourself, move to break even, zero stress trade, let it buck now, aim for this next low. So it came out on top of my live trades. Not so good in demo trades today. Lost 3,000, I think it was. What's our 1, 2, 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 26 to, yeah, it's 2,000 at least. So we'll try and get I'll try and get that back before the end of the day. Following the rules. Now you got to wait for market structure shift. A retest of this level will be fine, but we're already down into the discount portion of this small little range here, and there's nothing else down here other than this bull candle or bear candle, and we've already ran through the mean threshold of that. So I expect to see this retest right here, right there, stop, and then go lower. Even that little popping through there, I don't even like seeing that. So I don't want to see that freeze right there, turn around and come back lower. In the next 9 seconds, if it closes above that, all bets are off. We're back into this range. 2, 1, all back into that range now. So I'll look for a retest in right here. Right there. Now you're looking for that to go higher into here, and we got a bull trap sitting right here. So there's our long right there. Stop loss would have to be just below that low, and you want to see this high get taken out, and you're targeting this spot right here. See you on Monday, Darren. I'm out of this run up now to enjoy the last couple of days of sunshine here in Vancouver. Enjoy it, my friend. Good to see you again. It's nice to see you back in the charts for the new year. Hang in there, Lucas, man. I'm glad you're back. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Vancouver sunshine. I'll see you on Monday. Has gold hit 5,000 yet on this one? It's getting there. It's getting there. See how the bull trap's holding you? You're just chopping around in here now. I think that's going to be it for me too, you guys. I don't see anything more fun in here. The lion's share of the run has already been done. We gave you lots of calls this morning. I didn't take many, and the things that I did take did not pan out. So I'm going to wait for this afternoon, try and catch myself the glass off. That happens on a Friday. That's when the candles tend to be a lot more smoother as we get closer to the end of the day. That's the glass off I'm looking for. Just nice smooth internal range liquidity hunts. So I will see you guys on the Telegram channel. That's where I'll be doing my last little bits of trading. And I'm going to be looking at, it's too bad gold got all kind of choppy there. That would have been a really nice morning. Yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys had a good weekend, and like, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.